government-endorsed accreditation program that covers different industry segments in home renovation to help consumers make more well-informed choices. JackyLin, TVB News. Good evening, and thank you for joining us. We begin with a fatal bridge collapse in Guangzhou this morning. A cargo ship crashed into the Lixinsha Bridge in Nansha, causing a section of the structure and 5 cars to come crashing down. So far, 5 people are confirmed dead, with 3 others injured. The ship's owner has been detained. Initial investigation suggests improper operation by the ship's crew members. This surveillance footage captured the moment the ship collided with the Lixinsha Bridge. In the aftermath, the vessel strewn with debris and cars fallen from the snap bridge. Authorities said the container ship, which carried no cargo at the time, was heading to Nansha from Foshan at 5:30 a.m. It hit the Lixinsha Bridge. A bus with no passengers, a motorbike and a cargo truck fell onto the vessel. The director of the central government's Hong Kong and Macau Affairs Office arrived at the city today for a 7-day fact-finding visit in the SAR. Xia Baolong said the objective of his visit this time is to work together with local authorities and representatives of different sectors to plan the new phase of development in Hong Kong. Timothy Lee reports. The Hong Kong government has been seeking to expand the individual visa scheme and other measures to boost the number of mainland tourists coming to the city. It has reportedly received support from the central government. Today, Secretary for Culture, Sports and Tourism Kevin Yeung said an announcement will be made when there is a final decision. An Israeli minister says hostage negotiations show promising early signs of progress, but also indicating a ground assault on Rafah is close. Aerial attacks on the heavily populated southern city are frequent. 8 agencies are urging against this, saying disease and starvation are widespread. David Garrett reports. The Speaker of the House of Commons in the UK is clinging to his job after chaos in the British Parliament during a debate on the Middle East. More than 50 MPs have signed a motion of no confidence in Lindsay Hoyle after he allowed an amendment to a debate on backing an immediate ceasefire in Gaza. 4 ministers of the Group of 20 Nations gathered in Rio de Janeiro on Wednesday to discuss poverty, climate change, and heightened global tensions as Brazil takes on the annual presidency of the bloc. And still ahead. Welcome back. WikiLeaks founder Julian Assange won't find out until next month at the earliest whether he can challenge extradition to the U.S. on spying charges or if his long legal battle in Britain has run out of road. Daniel Rao tells us more. The U.S. State Department has approved the potential sale to Taiwan of an advanced tactical data link system upgrade planning package at a cost of $75 million. This comes as a delegation of U.S. Congress members continued its visit to Taiwan and met the island's next top leader, Lai Ching-te. The delegation is led by U.S. Representative Mike Gallagher, a Republican from Wisconsin, and U.S. Representative Raja Krishnamurthy, a Democrat from Illinois. During the back locally, a 65-year-old taxi driver was today sentenced to 8 years in prison after pleading guilty to charges including manslaughter. The case involved a car accident in Taipo in 2021, in which 2 pedestrians were killed. On August 22, 2021, the national security trial of former media tycoon Jimmy Lai continued today, as former Apple Daily associate publisher Chan Pui-man continued her testimony as an accomplice witness. On day 31 of the trial, the prosecution presented articles that describe senior government officials and some politicians as so-called traitors of Hong Kong. They included former chief executives Tong Chee-hwa and Leung Chun-ying, as well as local members of the National People's Congress. Today, the prosecution also said time-limited communication tool Signal was used by Apple Daily's management with a chat group named National Security Law Response Committee. Chan was said to be the person who suggested switching from WhatsApp to Signal, and she explained that's because people are worried about discussing sensitive information. Later, Jimmy Lai also offered to communicate with her using Signal, Chan said. Hong Kong's inflation moderated in January compared with the same period last year. Though price hikes eased last month, the government said the reason is related to the fact that the Lunar New Year fell on January last year, but February this year. Over to sports. Former Barcelona star Dani Alves has been found guilty of raping a woman in a nightclub in the Spanish city in 2022. Cristiano Ronaldo scored the winner as Al Nassr qualified for the AFC Champions League quarterfinals. David Garrett with more. Over to English football. Liverpool saw off Luton 4-1 to move 4 points clear at the top of the Premier League. Meantime, one of their big title rivals, Arsenal, lost 1-0 at Porto in the European Champions League. They still have the second leg at home to turn it around. Mikel Arteta says they need to learn the lessons. Tennis. Coco Gauff ended Karolina Pliskova's winning streak to advance to the WTA Dubai quarterfinals. And that's the news. Thank you for watching.